What is karma or karmic debt? The accumulated karmic tendencies inherited in the course of previous lives. This is the prevalent karma theory. Karma serves as a deterrent. Because of consequences, people try to do good karma so they can reap good fruit in present life and next life. No issue in the doctrine which motivates people for good action. However, karma is not that simple. Karma is an evolution process for mankind. We need to break karmic pattern to get out from the trap. Explore human potential, raise the bar, whatever life has thrown, accept that and work with peace of mind. Goal is only to alleviate human essence. Happiness and miseries are part of a life, and most of time we run towards a solution without understanding the problem due to lack of clarity about the real problem. Ignorance of not knowing things as they truly are is the chief cause of karma. That's why patchwork done every now and then instead of concrete solution. Solution doesn't mean to end the problem once and for all, but it works as a stepping stone for internal growth and progression. The free choice may not end the suffering at once, but you won't be miserable anymore. Intention behind every action should always be the upliftment of life than pursuing the material cause. Any kind of intentional action, whether mental, verbal, or physical, is regarded as karma. What is the intention behind stealing is more important than the stealing itself. Though karma is very complex and intertwined with free will, destiny, intentional action, external circumstances, surrounding personalities, individual striving, and so forth. Was it the karmic effect or something else that the Jews has gone through the extreme suffering in Auschwitz extermination center? Undetermined number of people died from overwork, starvation, disease, malnutrition, arbitrary execution, tortures, and the list are never ending. They daily struggle for survival in brutal living condition, the hardship of life. Millions died because of hunger and malnutrition. Extreme cruelty people were doing to other people, and the most horrendous were the horrific gas chamber. We all know where countless people who were considered unfit for work, including children, elderly people, pregnant women, were sent to buried. Several of bathhouses and crematory ovens where bodies were buried, burned alive. So, what was the previous karma of the people that they had to go through this inhumane sufferings and death? Children even were not spared. Nature's aggression explodes in a brutal way when it lets suffers to babies and small children. Whenever innocents suffer, whenever tender creation of nature suffer, the children suffer, nature takes charge and punish the humanity in an unimaginable way. Karma has to be paid back. Who is doing mass killing all over the world today? Karma doesn't see race, ethnicity, and culture. Maybe those days tyrant Nazis are today's worst sufferer all around the world by the hands of some other people. Karma works for the redemption of mankind. People hide their lack of humanity in their excuse of karma theory. Forget about others' karma. What will be your karma without compassion toward mankind, towards animals, towards all creatures? This shloka explained the humanity very well. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. May all sentient being at peace. May no one suffer from illness. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. And this is a very beautiful sloka. What was greener pasture, yes, thousands of years before, now a desert and vice versa. Yesteryear's tyrants are today kind and liberal in their ideologies, and today's tyrant, suppressor and killer maybe yesteryear suffered, subjugated and oppressed people. History repeats itself. Indic culture has never been an oppressor and conqueror to the world. India has ever been a grand melting pot for all religion, ethnicity, races and culture. Material gains and material empires have never been their goal. What was your past is now your present and will become your future. For some time, forget about previous life and focus on present life. Aim of karma is evolution of mankind and upliftment of human essence. Karma checks how comfortable we are to cross our comfort zone for growth and progression. Everybody has to give Agni Pariksha in life, and karma is there to check the human potential to what extent a human spirit can strive for betterment, and this is karma. We tied ourselves in various karmic bondages in our present life, and it's our responsibility to break it in this lifetime only. I saw in one of the movie where the lady was an orphan but created a small world for herself with her 4 children. Life took a U-turn. Her husband died, and she was also about to die in a couple of months due to fatal disease. What was always in her subconscious mind comes before her in a very brutal way. She has never been free from her past, that she was an orphan too. And now her children were going to be orphaned too. This one thing she couldn't accept it all through her life. She has never been in peace with the reality of being an orphan. What was her past now going to be her future? And this hardship and cruelty of life teach her to accept the truth as it is and move forward. Unless you accept the truth, your weakness, your mistakes, you won't have a clarity in life. Without clarity about ourselves and situation around, there is no free will, no conscious choice. No appropriate action could be taken what is supposed to take. Conscious choice making is most effective way of creating future consequences. The lady in a movie has gone through unimaginable pain. She has to let go of her children in adoption before she dies. She was alive without them. She has accepted her reality in purest form and broken her karmic bondage. She left her life She left her light-filled comfort zone and elevated herself for growth. And at her last breath, she was in peace because she was liberated from karmic cycle. Her action was not affected by her emotional and psychological pain. This hard penance get her free. In Mahabharata, Yudhishthira has gone through worst adversities of life because of his unawareness of the world around him. Wailing of Panchali on the days of youth was the extremity of life that one has to suffer in life. We suffer because of our ignorance and unawareness of truth, and we always have fear to accept the truth, and then life teaches the big lesson in a very strict way to emancipate our spirit from the karmic debt. Karma is more often explained in terms of cause and effect. What is the cause of inequality that exists among mankind? Some people born in beggar house and some born with silver spoon. Of course, this is the consequence of previous life karma. But now onwards, how you conduct your life, what choices you make, what action you do, how you discharge your duty with peace of mind and harmony plays a major role in formation of your future. And I don't mean all in materialistically. Of course, material pursuance is necessary to survive, but it shouldn't overshadow your inner being. Your karmic account determine your ascendant sign you are born with, and then the 12 houses in your horoscope guide your life cycle. Fifth house represents one inner self. I would say it is the house of destiny, which tells about the purpose of life. Fifth house represents one's inner self. I would say it is a house of destiny, which tells about the purpose of life. And who decides destiny? Again, your inner self. Somewhere deep inside in the subconscious, we know our desire, our inclination, but avoid it due to various material causes. But destiny finds its way, and one day we do it on our own by using our free will. And during this time period, we perform several actions to go away from predestined goal. This way, we create multiple parallel realities. Many different paths may lead to different outcomes or similar outcome as it was destined. Parallel realities exist in uncertainties, fear, insecurities, and ignorance. Once we made a conscious choice, the rest are vanished, similar to wave particle superposition mechanism. Ultimate goal is predestined, and we choose it consciously using our free will. Free will is doubtless and free from fear and any worldly compulsions. Karma is influenced to some extent by external circumstances surrounding personality, individual striving, and so forth. But what happened within you, it must happen with your way. Solution is inside, not outside. Outside events are not in our control, but that doesn't mean to find an easy escape in destiny. You can never reach to inside with clutter of garbage, lies, pretensions, and ignorance. Need to clean up the mess to have the clarity of vision. Karma is one's own deeds. It is neither fate nor predestination imposed upon us by some unknown power. It is we who decides our purpose in life, and we do actions to achieve that. What we accumulate during present life determines next life purpose, and the purpose is same for all. It is the ascension of self from present being. Disciplined life reduce the effect of karma. Discipline does not mean routine timetable, it's mere a small part of it. Self discipline is the capacity to restrain our impulses, resist temptation, and do things consciously. All this karma theory applies when your bread and wine are secured. Yes. Karma is very complex, and it's just my little understanding on it, but we'll dive deep into it sometimes around. So please, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you.